Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to class. My name is Max. Welcome to this flow. This one will be a little bit challenging, should be around a 45-minute flow. And I have a full hour-long practice or version of this class available on my website. So when you're ready to get started, join me on the mat. We'll start on our back for our Savasana pose. So get comfortable, take up space, lie down onto your mat. Maybe send the left heel towards the left corner of the mat, right heel towards the right corner. And we'll begin to arrive onto the mat, marking the beginning of our practice. So take a moment here. Start to settle in. Begin to notice the sensations that are present in your physical body. So maybe you notice the contact points with the floor. Maybe you can feel your heels touching the floor or your mat. Maybe your calves, your hips, your shoulder blades. Starting to feel into the physicality of the body. Noticing the weight of your muscles and your bones. Noticing the support of the floor beneath you. Take a moment, set your intention for your practice today. And let's seal in our intention with a few conscious breaths. So inhale through your nose to fill all the way up. Open the mouth, let it go. Two more like that. Inhale to fill up. Open the mouth, let it go. Another big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. This time, big breath in through your nose. Seal your lips. Exhale through your nose, gently constricting the back of your throat, setting up your Ujjayi pranayama. Two more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Last one. Biggest breath yet, filling all the way up. Pausing at the top. Let it go through your nose. Start to invite some movement into the body. You can begin wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe rolling through your wrists and your ankles. You can reach overhead, take a full body stretch like you're just waking up in the morning, and then a gentle side bend to the right side. Coming back through center, just take a gentle side bend to the other side, going to the left. And then we'll come back through center, bend the knees. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a couple rocks side to side. And then let's let the left leg go long. We'll pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. Breathing through the nose, slow, steady breaths. Gently guide the left knee across the body for your supine twist, keeping the right shoulder on the floor. Come back through center, squeeze both knees, and then we'll swap out the legs. Let the right leg go long. Squeeze the left knee to the left shoulder. And when you're ready, find your twist on the other side, guiding the left knee across the body, left shoulder stays down on the floor. Come back through center, grab both knees, give yourself a squeeze. This time we'll try rocking up and down the length of the spine a few times, eventually come up to seated. From here you can plant your hands and we'll just step back to a tabletop position. So palms are on the floor, shoulders are over the wrist, hips are over the knees. Let's begin with some cat-cows. On an inhale, arch your back looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine, look towards your belly button. Inhale to arch your back. Exhale to round. Flow through that a few times on your own, syncing your breath and your movement. Going at your own pace. Breathing through the nose. From here, take a few moments for any other organic movements you want to make. So maybe you kind of barrel roll through your torso. Maybe you find circles with the hips. Maybe you work into your wrist or your shoulders. So this is an invitation for you to feel into your body and what it is that your body needs or wants in this moment. All right, let's come back to our neutral tabletop. We'll flow through a few thread the needles. So plant the left palm on an inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale to thread it under, hovering the arm and shoulder. Inhale to reach towards the ceiling. Exhale to thread it under. This time you can set the arm and shoulder down. Left palm can stay in front of your face on the mat. You can walk the left hand out overhead or take a half bind, bringing the arm behind you. Multiple options here, so take what you need. Start to reset by bringing the left palm back in front of the face. Right arm reaches high on an inhale. Exhale back to tabletop. Same thing, other side. Left arm reaches on an inhale. Exhale to thread it under and hover. Inhale to reach back towards the ceiling. Exhale to thread it under. Set the arm and shoulder down. Again, same options apply with the right arm, so take what you need. Start to reset, bringing the right palm back in front of the face. On an inhale, left arm reaches high. Exhale back to your tabletop. From here, child's pose, knees come wide, big toes come together. Lower the hips towards your heels, reach the arms out. Palms on the mat. Maybe the forehead lowers to touch the mat. This is your grounding and resting posture, child's pose. You can feel free to return here at any point throughout class. You don't need my permission, so you can come back to your child's pose or any other resting posture. When you're ready, start to lift through your hips. We'll come forward onto the belly, and we'll set up for some cobra lifts. So bring the palms under the shoulders. We'll use our back strength to lift the upper body, not pushing through the arms. So on an inhale, lift the upper body. Maybe you hover the hands, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, lifting up, squeezing, and lowering down. This time, We'll keep the upper body down, but we're going to lift the legs and lower body by squeezing the glutes and hamstrings. So inhale to lift and squeeze. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, lifting, squeezing. Exhale to lower. Here we're going to put it all together, lifting upper and lower body. So inhale, squeeze, lift everything up, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the glutes. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last time, lifting everything, squeezing, hold here, keep breathing, and hold for 3, 2, 1, release, push up onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back. Find your first down dog. Again, another invitation to find any movement that feels good for your first down dog. So maybe pedal out the legs, sway side to side, or find any other movements that feel good to you. Let's find a moment of stillness in our down dog. On your next inhale, come onto your toes, bending your knees, and on an exhale, make your way to the top of your mat for a forward fold. We'll set up for ragdoll pose, so walk the feet nice and wide. Let the upper body hang. Feel free to grab hold of opposite elbows. You can gently sway side to side. You can shake your head no. Nod the head yes. Maybe you open and close your mouth a few times, releasing any tension in your face, your neck, your jaw. On your exhale, release the hands down towards the mat. Inhale, half lift, finding a flat back. Exhale to fold. One more time, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time as you inhale, we'll rise all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a moment to yourself. Maybe you close the eyes down, reconnecting with your intention. And we'll flow through some sun salutations to warm up. Inhale to reach overhead. Exhale to dive it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose, lowering through your chaturanga push-up. And inhale for your back bend. Exhale for down dog. So this is our first sun salutation. You can feel free to skip the sun salutation. You can skip the push-up. You can add extra push-ups. You can come down onto your knees for the push-up. So feel free to make it yours. On an inhale, come onto your toes, bending your knees, and as you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Half lift on the inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, reaching up, exhale to dive it forward. Inhale, half lift, exhale, step back to plank, flowing through your chaturanga push-up. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for down dog. Take a breath in down dog. On your inhale, come onto your toes, bending your knees, and as you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Half lift on the inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. Exhale to dive it forward. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale, step back to plank, flow through your chaturanga push-up. Inhaling for your back bend. Exhale for down dog. Take a breath. On an inhale, come high onto your toes, bending your knees, and as you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise and reach. Exhale to dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. flowing through your vinyasa. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale for down dog. Take our breath. On an inhale, come onto your toes, bending your knees, and as you exhale, make your way to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, reaching up. Exhale, dive it forward into the present moment. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank, flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in our down dog. So no rush. Once you're in your down dog, walk the feet together. Inhale, right leg lifts for 3-leg dog. Bend your knee, stack the hip, maybe roll out the right ankle or take hip circles. On an inhale, straighten out the leg, come back to 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step it through for runner's lunge. Take a moment in your runner's lunge. Maybe you rock the hips forward and backward, side to side. Lower the back knee down. Arms come up, low lunge. Open arm twist. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Come back to your low lunge. With control, rise up to high lunge or crescent lunge, lifting your back knee. Grab hold of your left wrist and take a gentle side bend to the right. Come back through center, lower your back knee, straighten through your front leg, find your half split on this side. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. So you can play around, maybe you point the toe, flex the toe, move the ankle around. Maybe you wave the spine, finding length on your inhales and folding on your exhales. Or maybe you want to walk your hands to the outside of the leg, just noticing the different sensations that come up as you change your position here. Come back to your half split, and then bend into your right leg, coming back to low lunge. Lift the arms. From here, get the sensation like you're squeezing your right heel backwards and your left knee forward without moving. So like you're trying to scrunch up the mat between this heel and this knee. When you do that, you'll feel the right hamstring turn on. You'll feel your left hip turn on. Breathing here. And then release that squeeze. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Find a forward fold. Half lift on your inhale. And on an exhale, lower down to a seated position. We'll set up for boat pose. So come to a seat. Lift your shins parallel to the floor. Palms face up. Inhale to lower for low boat. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. This time lower all the way down. Plant the feet. We'll set up for bridge pose. Palms can come down on either side of the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. Lower the hips down to the floor. Rock up to a cross-leg seated position. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Find length through your spine. As you exhale, twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Come back through center. We'll twist the other way. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Find length through your spine. Twisting to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Come back through center. You can plant your hands in front of you and simply step back to a down dog, or you can flow through your chaturanga. And we'll meet in our down dog for the other side. Awesome. Okay, so back in down dog, walk the feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-leg dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip, roll through your left ankle, maybe taking hip circles with the left leg. On an inhale, come back to three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step through runner's lunge. Gently rock forward, backward, side to side with the hips, feeling into your runner's lunge. And then we'll slowly set the back knee down, lift the arms, low lunge. Open arm twist, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Come back to low lunge. With control, lift the back knee. Find your balance. Grab hold of the right wrist. Gentle side bend to the left. Come back through center. Set the back knee down, half split. Begin to straighten through your left leg. Take a few rounds of breath to play around in this position here. Again, option to walk the hands to the outside of the foot. Come back to face the front of your mat, bend into the left leg. Low lunge, lift the arms. Again, get that sensation like you're scrunching up the mat. You're squeezing the left heel back and the right knee forward without moving. Breathing. Release the squeeze. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, lower to a seat. Come back to boat pose. Lift the shins. Palms face up. Core is strong. Inhale to lower for low boat. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. One more time, lowering all the way down. Bend the knees. We'll set up for our bridge pose. Plant the palms, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. Take a full breath in your bridge pose. Lower the hips, rock up to seated. See if you can swap out the cross of the leg so the other leg is in front. Sit up tall, left palm plants to the left of you. Right arm reaches overhead, gentle side bend to the left. Come through center, plant the right palm, left arm reaches, side bend other direction. Come back through center, plant the palms in front of you. Again, optional vinyasa. So you can flow through your chaturanga or simply just meet me back in down dog. All right, meeting back in down dog. On an inhale, come onto your toes, bending your knees. Exhale to make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Sink the hips, lift the arms. Weight comes in the heels. Slightly tuck your tailbone. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. We'll come through our boat pose for just a moment. So core is strong, lift the arms. Plant the palms just behind your hips, come down onto your forearms and elbows. Keep the core strong, straighten the legs, point the toes. Draw figure eights with your feet. And then reverse the direction of your figure eights. Release, come up to seated, plant the palms in front of you, step it back to plank pose. Feel your strength in your plank, clean up the posture, shift the weight forward, core is strong. Right knee comes to right elbow, pause here. Take it across to the left elbow, step it through for runner's lunge. Take a breath. From here, standing L, or sometimes called warrior 3 prep, push off your left toes. Right fingertips can be on the floor for support, really lifting that left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee comes to your nose, crunching it in. Maybe you float the arms back. Cheetah pose. Inhale, back to standing L. Exhale, knee to nose, crunching it in. From here, left leg crosses behind the right leg, and we'll just take a forward fold with the legs crossed. Walk the left foot out to the right as much as possible, coming onto the pinky side edge of that foot. Right arm reaches high. From here, start to straighten into your right leg any amount, noticing the sensations in your right IT band and right outer hip. Shift the weight back into your right foot. Left knee comes to your nose. Arms float back, cheetah pose. Cross the left ankle over your right knee. We'll find standing figure 4. Slowly lower the hips. Find your balance. Slow the breath. Half moon pose. Unhook the left ankle. Left leg kicks back. Right arm reaches towards the floor. Left hip stacks on top of right. Left arm reaches high. Your right fingers can be on the floor for support, or maybe you try to float the right fingers. Land onto the left foot, bend into your right knee, warrior 2. From here, reverse your triangle, right leg straightens, right arm reaches high, and then triangle pose, reach forward, and then down, left arm reaches up. Take a breath in triangle. Lower the left hand. We'll find pyramid pose. You may need to step your left foot a little bit closer and change the angle of the left foot. From here, try to straighten into your right leg. Inhale to find length through your spine. Exhale to fold over the right leg. Plant the hands on either side of the right foot. Right leg kicks up and back for 3-leg dog. Optional 3-leg vinyasa. And we'll meet back in down dog for the other side. Inhale to come onto your toes, bending your knees. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sink the hips. Slightly tuck the tailbone. Take an inhale. Exhale to lower to boat pose. Coming to a seat, lifting the shins, core is strong. Plant the palms behind your hips. Come down onto the forearms and elbows. Straighten the legs, point the toes. Figure 8s. Reverse the direction of your figure 8. And then release, come up to seated, plant the hands, step back to plank. Clean up the form, core is strong. Left knee to left elbow. Left knee to right elbow. Runner's lunge, step it through. Standing L, push off the right toes, right fingertips on the floor for support, lift the right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, maybe arms float back, cheetah pose. Inhale, back to standing L. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, right leg crosses behind the left. Find a forward fold. From here, right foot kicks out to the left, coming onto the pinky side edge. Left hand reaches high. Start to straighten into your left leg any amount. Noticing your left IT band and outer hip. Shift the weight back into your left foot. Right knee comes back to your nose. Cheetah pose. Float the arms. Cross the right ankle over your left knee. Standing figure 4. Lower the hips. Find your balance. Unhook the right ankle, half moon pose, right leg kicks back, right heel stacks on top. Find your balance. Land onto the right foot, warrior two. Bending into your left knee, arms come to shoulder height. Reverse your triangle, straighten the left leg. Triangle pose, reach forward and then down, right arm reaches high. Lower the right hand, pyramid pose, maybe step the right foot a little closer, changing the angle of the back foot. Inhale to find length. Exhale to fold over the left leg. Plant the hands on either side of the left foot. Left leg kicks up and back. Optional 3-leg vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog. So that was the first wave. Let's get going for our next wave. Inhale to come onto your toes, bending your knees. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Half lift, fold. On the inhale, chair pose, sink the hips, lift the arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, twisted chair, left elbow comes outside of right knee. Try to twist so that your thumbs come towards the center of your chest. Release the left elbow, come back to chair. On an exhale, lower through boat pose. Come to a seat, lift the shins. Plant the palms, come down onto the forearms and elbows, straighten the legs, point the toes, scissor kicks up and down. Release the legs, come up to seated, plant the palms, step back to plank. Right knee to right elbow. Take it across to the left elbow. Step through runner's lunge. With control, rise up, high lunge or crescent lunge, lifting the arms. Hands come through heart center. Lower your back knee to a hover. Take a few pulses. From here, push off the left toes, warrior three, balancing on the right leg. Finding length through your spine. Lifting the left heel. Knee to nose, crunch it in for your cheetah pose. From here, revolved cheetah. So right arm starts to reach high. Maybe left elbow comes inside the left knee. Try to keep your balance. Lower the right hand, come back to your cheetah pose. From here, lift the left knee, single leg mountain, arms reach high. Find your balance. Open arm twist, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. All right, big movement here. We're gonna step to twisted lunge. So step the left leg back, plant the left hand, right arm reaches high. So we're in our twisted lunge. Exalt your crescent. So lift the left arm, bicep comes near your left arm, reaching back. And then revolve, side angle pose. Left elbow comes outside the right knee. Twisting the chest, thumbs come towards center of your chest. Take a breath. From here, maybe right arm reaches high. Maybe you release the left elbow, reaching low. Push off the left toes, revolved half moon. Balancing on the right leg, left heel lifts. Breathe here. And on an exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale to step it back, flow through an optional vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog for the other side. On an inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Half lift on the inhale, exhale to fold. Chair pose, sink the hips, lift the arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, twisted chair to the left. Right elbow comes outside the left knee. Twist your chest to the left. Release the right elbow. Right arms come back high. Chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale to lower to boat pose. Lift the shins. Core is strong. Plant the hands. Come onto the forearms. Straighten the legs, point the toes, scissor kick side to side. Release. Rock up to seated. Plant the hands. Step it back to plank. Find your strength, your stability in your plank pose. Left knee comes to left elbow. Take it across to the right elbow. Step it through, runner's lunge. Lift the arms, high lunge or crescent lunge. Hands come to heart center. Back knee lowers to a hover. Take a few pulses. Push off the right toes, warrior three, balancing on the left leg. Lifting the right heel, lengthening through your spine. Knee comes to nose, cheetah pose. Right elbow comes inside the right knee, left arm reaches high, revolved cheetah. Come back to cheetah pose. Lift the right leg, single leg mountain. Find your balance, lift the arms. Open arm twist, right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. From here, our big movement again, step to twisted lunge, right palm plants, left arm reaches. Exalt your crescent right bicep near your right ear. And then revolve side angle, right elbow comes outside the left leg, twisting the chest. Breathe here. Maybe you release the right elbow, lift the left arm, step off the right toes, revolved half moon. Balancing on the left leg, left arms reaching high, right heels lifting. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Half lift on the inhale, exhale, step back to plank. Flow through an optional vinyasa. Nice work. We're going to meet in down dog. We're going to start to cool things down. So we're going to go into a pigeon pose. If you're more comfortable with recline figure 4 on your back, feel free to go for that now. If you want to follow me, right leg lifts on an inhale, 3-leg dog, right knee comes to right wrist, set the leg down. Adjust the right leg, set up for your pigeon here. Inhale to find a little bit of a back bend. And on an exhale, start to fold forward over that front leg. Be mindful of your right knee. If you feel any pain or discomfort, just back off a little bit. We'll hang out for about a minute on this side. So get comfortable. Slow the breath down. Slow the heart rate down. Fold over your front leg. Bring your awareness, your attention to your breath. All right, so no rush. If you know you want to hang out a little longer on this side, you can feel free to stay here. Otherwise, start to walk the forearms back underneath you. Maybe coming up onto the palms, finding a little bit of a back bend. Maybe you tuck the left toes, lift the right leg for a 3-leg dog, stacking the knee, finding a little bit of a counter stretch here. And then coming back to down dog. If you're in your recline figure 4, obviously go ahead, switch sides. If you're following me, left leg lifts for 3-leg dog, left knee to left wrist. Setting up for pigeon on the other side. So make yourself comfortable. Be mindful of the left knee. Maybe take a back bend before folding over the left leg. Going nice and slow. Again, we'll be here for about a minute or so, so get comfortable. Relax. Slow the breath down, slow the heart rate down. Notice if your mind starts to wander as the movement in the body slows down. If so, that's okay. No judgments. Just gently guide the mind back to the breath, back to the sensations in the body, back to the present moment. All right, whenever you feel like you're even throughout both sides, you can slowly start to release. And if you want to hang out longer, feel free to do that. Don't let me rush you here. But when you're ready to come out, again, walk the forearms back, maybe come up onto the palms, take a little bit of a back bend. Maybe you tuck the right toes, lift the left leg, find your counter stretch, a 3-leg dog, stacking the hip, bending the knee, and then coming back to your down dog. From here, we'll just lower onto the knees, come to a seated position. We're going to set up for a seated forward fold. So send the legs long in front of you. Sit up tall. On an inhale, reach overhead. Exhale to fold forward. You can grab hold of your shins, ankles, toes, or whatever you have access to. On an inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. You can flow through that a couple more times. Finding length on the inhales, folding on the exhales. And then slowly start to release. We'll find Janushrirasana. So keep the left leg long. Bottom of the right foot comes inside the left leg. Left elbow comes inside that left leg. Twist your chest open to the right before reaching the right arm up and overhead, finding this side bend, right fingers reaching towards your left toes. Release, plant the right palm behind you, left arm can come overhead, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and then lower the hips back down. We'll swap out the legs and take the same thing on the other side. Right leg goes long, bottom of the left foot inside that leg, right arm comes inside. Really twist the chest open to the left, and then the left arm reaches up and overhead, left fingers reaching in the direction of your right toes. Slowly release, plant the left palm, right arm can come overhead. Squeeze the glutes, lift your hips, lower down onto the hips. We'll slowly lower down onto the back. Bend both knees, give yourself a hug, a squeeze. Left leg goes long. Squeeze the right knee towards the right shoulder, and then find your supine twist. Gently guiding the left or the right knee across the body to the left. Keep the right shoulder on the floor. Right arm can reach out wide. Maybe turn your face towards your right fingers. Relax into this one. Let gravity do the work. Take a few breaths. Come back through center. We'll send the right leg long, squeeze the left knee towards the left shoulder. Find your twist on the other side. Guide the left knee across the body. Left shoulder stays on the floor. Left arm reaches out to the left. Maybe you turn your face towards your left fingers. Again, relaxing. Come back through center when you're ready. If there's any final pose you'd like to take, go ahead and take that now. Maybe for you, that's happy baby, maybe shoulder stand or plow or butterfly, or any other pose or posture that you feel like your body is craving. And then again, feel free to take your time. There's no rush at all. But when you're ready, slowly release into your final resting pose, whatever that looks like for you. So maybe that's a butterfly pose on your back, or maybe full Savasana. Relax. Take up space. Release control over your breath. Melt into the floor. Take a moment. Scan your awareness throughout your body. Notice if there are any places where you're still holding on to tightness or tension. Maybe send a little bit of compassion to these parts of yourself. And see if you can relax just 1% more. Savasana is often considered one of the most important postures because it allows us to absorb the benefits of all the other postures and practices, and to return our nervous system to a rest and digest, a parasympathetic state before we enter the rest of our day. So I invite you to please stay in your stillness practice for as long as you'd like to. I'm going to close our practice here and leave you in your Savasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for showing up, putting in the work, sharing your energy. I appreciate each and every one of you. May we open to awareness for the benefit of all beings.